I was married for 3 years, had 3 abortions because my husband said, it's not time yet. Then I found out he already had a full family with 3 children, and they were all about to relocate to Canada without me. That was the day I stopped being a wife from and became a warrior. Sit tight, bring your popcorn, because this one will leave you speechless. Welcome to Infidelity Truths. Before we dive into today's gripping story, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us create more thrilling stories just for you. Let's begin. My husband of 3 years had another family, but I found out just in time. Bring your popcorn, because what you're about to hear will shake you to your core. This is the true definition of betrayal, lies, and karma knocking at the door. Let's dive into it. I've been married to my husband, Toby, for 3 years. And during those 3 years, every time I got pregnant, he convinced me to terminate it. Babe, he'd say, we need to build more. We need to get more stable financially before we bring a child into this world. So I listened. The first abortion broke me. The second one crushed me. The third time I sat him down and said, I can't do this anymore. What exactly are we waiting for? We have enough to raise at least 1 child. He simply nodded and said, no problem. So when I got pregnant again, I said nothing. I kept it to myself, and when I was 2 months along, that was when I discovered the truth. My husband had another family. Yes, you heard right. A whole other woman, and not just that, 3 children. And as if that wasn't enough, they were all preparing to move to Canada together. Let me tell you how I found out. It was an ordinary evening. He was folding his clothes neatly, something he never does. I asked, what's with this sudden organization? You're packing? He smiled. You're always complaining about how I scatter my clothes. Now I'm arranging and it's still a problem? I didn't press further. The next day, he stepped out and my curiosity got the better of me. I checked the box he had been packing, and it had a small padlock. Nothing serious, just one of those cheap ones. I knew something was up. I used a kitchen knife to unzip the side, removed the padlock, and what I saw inside made my heart stop. Flight tickets, passports, visas, photos, and documents, all with another woman and her 3 kids. They were flying to Canada together. But that wasn't all. The file also contained documents for our house, the car papers. He planned to disappear and leave me with nothing. I took the file, zipped the box back, and didn't say a word. Later that evening, he told me he was traveling for a seminar with his boss in another state. I smiled and said, safe journey. Morning came, and he tried to carry the box out. I said, let me drop you at the airport. He declined. Don't worry, my friend will take me. He'll also drop the car off at the mechanic. The car was fine, but I didn't argue. He left. I packed my documents, a few clothes, and moved into a hotel. I locked our gate from the outside. A few hours later, I got the call. Babe, did you open my box? I played dumb. No, why? I'm missing something. Oh, maybe you didn't pack it well. Did you check the house? He called again and again and again, getting more aggressive each time. I stuck to my story. Calm, cool, collected. Eventually he asked, why are you not in the house? I replied, I just needed to clear my head. I'm chilling in a hotel. He started calling my family, crying, panicking, not telling anyone what exactly he was looking for, but I knew. He had planned to leave me, steal everything we built together, run away to Canada with another woman and her kids, but guess what? I have all the documents now. I'm not giving them back. He can't sell the house. He can't sell the car. He can't leave the country. And he can't touch me. You see, when karma decides to visit, it doesn't knock. It breaks the door. I'm walking away from this marriage with my head held high, and I'll rebuild on my own. As for him, he played with the wrong woman. If you've ever been betrayed, manipulated, or taken for granted, let this story be your reminder. You are stronger than you think. And when the truth comes out, no man can break you. So after locking up our house and moving to a hotel, I held on tightly to the file that exposed everything. He kept calling, crying, shouting, begging, then gaslighting me like I was the one who had done something wrong. I refused to budge. 3 days later, he showed up at my family's house unannounced, told my parents I'd stolen important documents, and was threatening to ruin him. I laughed. I told them everything, from the abortions to the hidden family and the planned escape. My father was speechless. My mother was in tears. This wasn't just betrayal, it was wickedness. Later that night, my husband called me again. "Cynthia, please, let's talk." "About what?" I asked. He was silent. Then he said the words that almost made me laugh out loud. "I did it for us." Us? He claimed he only wanted to get papers through the other woman because she had connections. That once he got settled, he'd bring me over and divorce her. Lies. He thought I was foolish, but this time I wasn't crying. I wasn't begging. I had power now. He couldn't touch me. He couldn't leave the country. And soon he couldn't even access the house. The next week I contacted a lawyer. I found out the house documents had both our names, but he planned to forge a signature and sell it behind my back. That's when I knew this man is dangerous. So I took a bold step. I froze the joint account, transferred my valuables, and started filing for divorce. His world began to collapse. And mine? Mine was just beginning to rebuild. You thought it couldn't get worse? Oh, it did. Because just when I thought I had the upper hand, the unexpected happened. 2 weeks into the separation, I was focused on moving on. The divorce process had started. The house was legally secured. And I was already talking to a real estate agent to get my own place. Then one evening, as I sat in my hotel room sipping tea, I got a knock on the door. I wasn't expecting anyone. I opened it, and there she was, the other woman. She looked me dead in the eye and said, "So you're the wife." I was stunned. She pushed past me into the room and dropped her bag on the table. "I need to talk, woman to woman." I wanted to throw her out, but something about the way she looked, confused, angry, betrayed, made me pause. She told me everything. He told her I was his distant cousin, that our house was his bachelor pad, that he only came around because I helped him with his business. He even introduced me to her once, as an old family friend. My blood ran cold. She had 3 children with him. 3. She had also sold her father's land to support his Canada dream. She didn't know he was married. Then she said something that hit me like lightning. "He promised we'd fly to Canada next week. Now he's gone silent." I walked over to my drawer and brought out the file. Her mouth dropped when she saw it. Flight tickets, her children's passports, visa approvals, everything in my hands. She sat on the bed and cried like a baby. I didn't comfort her. I just watched her break down the same way I had broken down weeks ago. That night, we talked for hours. Woman to woman, no fights, no insults, just pain, betrayal, sisterhood, and heartbreak. She left the next morning with her children. And later that day, my husband called. Again, he was desperate now. "Cynthia, please, we need to fix this. I made mistakes." I replied, "You didn't make mistakes. You made choices, and now you get to live with them." He begged me not to file for divorce, said he'd change, said he'd make things right, but I was done. By now, you'd think this man had done enough damage, right? But evil doesn't sleep. And karma? Oh, it came for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It was the morning I was scheduled to meet my lawyer and sign the final divorce papers. I felt peace. Not joy, not excitement, just peace. Like my soul finally took a deep breath after 3 years of holding it in. As I stepped out of the hotel room, my phone buzzed. It was the other woman. She said, "You need to come with me. There's something we need to see together." We met up and she took me to a quiet street on the outskirts of town. We stopped in front of a small duplex. I asked, "What are we doing here?" She said, "He's inside." I tracked him. My heart dropped. She knocked once, twice. No answer. Then she banged hard, like a woman possessed, and suddenly the door flung open. And there he was, my husband, looking like a ghost, scattered, unshaved, confused. He stared at both of us, eyes wide. Cynthia? Amaka? What are you doing here? She walked past him into the house. I followed. And what we saw shattered both our hearts. Another woman, barely in her 20s, pregnant. She sat on the couch, her face pale and lost. She looked at us and whispered, "Who are you?" We didn't even have to say a word. She looked at my husband and said, "You told me your wife died 3 years ago, that you were free." Amaka turned to me, her mouth open, trembling. I stood there, frozen. He wasn't just living a double life. He was living a triple one. My hands shook, my knees almost buckled, but I held on. This man, this actor, had been playing all of us like a chessboard and still had the audacity to look at us and say, "It's not what it looks like." That was it for me. I walked out. I didn't say a word. Later that day, I signed the divorce papers with the biggest smile I've worn in years. It was over, but I wasn't done. I left the country for a short while, took time to heal, to breathe, to rediscover myself. And when I returned, I came back stronger, richer, and untouchable. You see, when a man thinks he's smart, he plays games. But when a woman heals, she plays chess. And baby, I was about to checkmate him. After signing the divorce papers, I thought it was over. I thought I could finally rest. But evil doesn't sleep. 1 week later, I received a court notice. He was suing me. Yes, you heard right. The same man who cheated, lied, and planned to abandon me sued me. He claimed I stole his documents, tampered with his travel plans, and emotionally damaged him. I laughed. Then I forwarded the court letter to my lawyer. And trust me, my lawyer came prepared. We didn't just defend, we attacked. We submitted all the evidence, the multiple abortion messages, the Canada flight plans, the real estate forgery attempts, the confessions from Amaka and the pregnant girl, the CCTV footage from our home. Oh yes, I had installed a secret camera months back, just in case. That man didn't know what hit him. In court, he stood there shaking. Couldn't even speak straight. Tried to deny everything, until Amaka walked in with her 3 children. Then the pregnant girl showed up too. He was exposed from every corner. The judge didn't even need much time. Case dismissed. And I was awarded full rights to the house and car, but that wasn't the end. My story had gone viral on social media, thanks to a cousin who blogged it anonymously. And guess what? His company found out. He lost his job, lost his reputation, and eventually, he lost all 3 women. Even the pregnant girl packed up and left. Said she'd rather raise her child alone than be tied to a demon in human form. And me? I rose. Started my own business with the savings I had protected. Became a voice for other women who went through betrayal. Started a podcast, built a brand, found peace. One night, as I sat by my new apartment balcony, sipping wine and watching the sunset, my phone buzzed. It was a message from a strange number. "I lost everything, but I hope you're happy now." I smiled and replied, "No, I'm not just happy, I'm free." The moral lesson of this story: never ignore the red flags in the name of love. A partner who truly loves you will build with you, not break you in silence. Know your worth, protect your peace, and never be afraid to walk away from anyone who treats your loyalty like a weakness. Sometimes, heartbreak is the beginning of your breakthrough. Thank you, my amazing subscribers. Wow, what a journey. If you've made it to the end of this story, I just want to take a moment to say thank you. Your support means everything to me. Every time you watch, like, and comment, you're helping keep this channel alive and growing. And trust me, the best is yet to come. I see all your comments. I feel your love, and I truly appreciate each and every one of you. If this story touched your heart, hit that like button and drop a comment below. I'd love to hear what you think. Your thoughts and feedback inspire me to create even more powerful stories. And if you haven't already, subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you never miss a new upload. More shocking twists, emotional journeys, and real-life lessons are on the way, and I don't want you to miss a single one. Together, we're building an incredible community, and I'm so grateful to have you on this journey with me. Stay strong, stay inspired, and remember, sometimes life's greatest lessons come from the most unexpected moments. See you in the next story.